Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be showing you guys some CLASHFRONT teams. I've come up with quite a few teams. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So hopefully you guys can find some teams you can run from this, or, you know, find a full set of teams or mix and match, whatever you guys need to do. But yeah, I think you can get some good team ideas from this. Anyway, let me pull up my CLASHFRONTs and we'll look at the teams and talk about them. Alright, so here's our first set of teams, and before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know I have some family things going on this week, so I'll be really busy. I might not have as many videos as normal, so just keep that in mind. I'll still try to post as much as possible, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So the first set of teams here, I'm going to show you 5 teams because I'm a Vanguard for my guild, and Vanguard players have 5 teams they set, while everyone else sets 3 teams. So this first set of teams will be my Vanguard set, and then I'm going to show you guys more sets of teams, but it's only going to have 3 teams on each. So anyway, the first team here is a Bonnie Citrana, Igor, Niru, Kalin team. You guys pretty much know the idea behind this team. It's to get the dot damage activated, put the pressure on them with the dot damage, and allow Igor to stall out the fight, and yeah, get the win that way. So yeah, that's the first team. The second team is going to be a Wilder team, and it's an Aaron, Olmis, Faramore, Theodore, Rowan team. And the idea behind this is Aaron pulls everyone in, Olmis roots them down as usual, you know, how their synergy works. And then you have Faramore, who starts with 300 energy, being the lieutenant for Theodore, who feeds 350 energy. So that'll put Faramore up to 650 energy, which will trigger the Rowan to feed an energy potion to the Faramore, giving him the rest of the energy he needs to do an ultimate. So basically, you'll have a full energy bar on your Faramore a few seconds into the fight, and he'll run forward, cast his ultimate, and if they're all still grouped up from Aaron and Olmis, it's going to be really hard for them to survive that. So this can be a really solid team, especially in a game mode like this where the enemy team doesn't get to pick and choose the heroes they are going to use against it. So it can beat a lot of different things. Anyway, that's team 2. Team 3 is going to be a Graveborn team with Shamira, Siren, Thorin, Ludovic, and Damon. So we got Damon in front of Shamira, buffing her up some. We've got Thorin protecting Siren, offering him a little bit more protection and whatnot, and then Ludovic for his heals if there's any like heavy burst damage at the start of the fight. Hopefully he can help them survive that. And yeah, that's team 3. Now team 4 and 5 are going to be a bit more pay to win. So we've got a Dio team as team 4 with Kulu and Freyesto, and then Pandora and Hugin. So Hugin's going to feed a nectar stack to the Dio. The Dio is going to go into the Pandora box, come out with full energy and another nectar stack, and then the last nectar stack is going to come from the enlightening spell, and that will trigger his mythic skill. He'll also go straight into an ultimate when he comes out of Pandora's box. And then we also have Kulu here, so if for whatever reason Dio's ultimate fails, Kulu's ultimate will pretty much nuke down whatever heroes are over there. So yeah, Kulu and Dio both have extremely strong ults and can wipe an entire team with them. So as long as one of them gets their ultimate off, we should be good. Anyway, that's team 4. And team 5 is going to be a Harak Mauler team with Lily May on it. Now you could also, instead of using Lily May, you could run Athalia on this team, and that can be pretty successful because you can get some decent burst damage and whatnot, and that mixes really well with Harak and gets him steamrolling because he's able to eat a hero really early in the fight, and that resets his tidal assault skill and just gets him going to where he's almost unstoppable. So yeah, that's team 5, and they're using Dragon Roar spell. So that's the first set of teams, my Vanguard set, and then now I'm going to pull up some sets of 3 teams that you guys could run if you are not a Vanguard. Alright, so for this set of teams, and we need to put an artifact on here, we'll put Elder Bow. So, okay, so the first set of the first team of the second set of teams, and we're only doing 3 teams in this set, is going to be Bonnie, Shamira, Niru, Ludovic, and Kalin. So we've got Kalin and Ludovic's protection. They really help with when you fight against a burst damage team. They really offer a ton of survivability to your team, and we're going to try to get Bonnie's dot damage activated, and then Shamira gets the extra life from Niru, so she can hopefully get her ultimate off. And as long as everything works out, it will take the dot damage a little bit longer to activate, since Shamira has a less range than a normal ranged hero. She doesn't have the kind of range that like Siren does, so it does it can take a little bit longer for the dot damage from Bonnie to activate with Shamira in here, but it will get activated. And if Shamira gets to an ult, we're going to be in a really good spot. So yeah, this team's pretty decent. Team 2 is going to be a Mauler Thedor team. So we've got Thedor with Shakir as the lieutenant. That's going to allow him to go pretty much straight into an ultimate, as long as you're not at too much of a Paragon disadvantage. Sometimes the Paragon disadvantage, it lessens the amount of energy that Thedor feeds to his lieutenant. So sometimes if you're using Thedor Shakir and your Shakir doesn't go straight into an ult, it's because you have a Paragon disadvantage. Anyway, we got that, and then we've got Citrana to grant sparks to Thedor, so when Shakir does his ult, Dark Moon goes up, and it ignites the whole enemy team. And then we have Seth and Lily May to, you know, do a bunch of burst damage that they can do with Rainstorm Ballet from Lily, and then Predator's Lunge from Seth. So that's Team 2, and we're using Guardian Spell for them. And then Team 3 is going to be a Lightbearer team with Siren and Odie. So we got Hugin, Siren, and Rowan as the Lightbearers, and then we have Odie and Thorn. So Thorn's going to protect the Siren, Rowan's going to feed energy straight away to Siren, giving him pretty much an instant ultimate, and that will group everyone up nice and neat for Odie to throw his normal attacks and his ults at them, and the spears or the true damage arrows that come along with the talent tile. It should be a decent burst damage team, so I like this a lot. And yeah, that's the second set of teams. Now let me pull up another set and I'll be right back. All right, so here's another set of teams, and these teams, they're all kind of like twists on each other and whatnot. Like we're running another Bonnie team, but instead with this team we're using Igor, Callan, Niru, Bonnie, and Valara. And Valara is going to reduce the haste of the enemy team, plus her circles here are going to damage them with magic damage, which is going to allow us to trigger Bonnie's dot damage pretty quickly in this fight. And then we've got Igor to stall it out, and Callan to protect us from any kind of burst damage that the enemy team might be doing. So this is just another way to run like a Bonnie dot damage team with a stalling unit like Igor. Then and we're using Core Forge spell. Team 2 is going to be a Mauler Siren team with Thedor. So we've got Thedor feeding the energy to Siren, so he groups up everybody really nice and neat. That allows Citrana to grant sparks to Thedor, ignite them all, and then Shakir and Seth just kind of tear everybody apart as they run over, and Shakir gets his ult off, Predator's Lunge comes from Seth, and this team can do a lot of damage to a lot of teams. So I like this team a lot also. And then Team 3 is going to be a Shamira Lily May team, basically. So we got Damon with Shamira, Ludovic, Thorin, and then Lily May. It's just a little bit different than the other version we had for in the other set of teams. But yeah, that's the last team for this set. Now let me pull up another set. All right, so here's our last set of teams, and I think I tried to avoid using Thedor in this set of teams. Yeah, I didn't use him at all because I know not everybody has him. However, keep in mind, you really only need, like, if you're not fighting against really high Paragon players, you don't really need Thedor to be any more than like Mythic Plus EX10. He is a very tanky hero and survives quite well, and really you just need him for the utility he provides. So it's okay if he dies kind of early in a fight. So keep that in mind. You might want to throw him on your wish list. He's very, very good on many different PvP teams. But anyway, we have a Aaron Olmus Bonnie team here for Team 1, and we're using Valara and Niru and Aaron to kind of activate the Bonnie's dot damage as quickly as possible, and it should work out pretty well. So yeah, that's Team 1. We're using Core Forge spell again. And then Team 2 is going to be a Mauler Siren team with Thorin on it. So Thorin's going to be protecting Siren. We have Coco also providing damage reduction for our Siren, so he can hopefully survive a bit more of a burst, like a burst heavy team. And then we've got Shakir and Citrana for Citrana's dot damage and Shakir's just ability to do a ton of damage himself. Once he gets in that lupine form, he can be a monster. So yeah, and then we've got, you know, Coco, if she can get her ultimate off, we'll have some nice damage reduction for everybody, and we could do a lot with this team too. And then team 3 is going to be a Shamir Greyborn team. So it's basically the team I just showed you, except we're not using Thorin, we're using Callan on this team. So we got Damon boosting up Shamira, Ludovic for healing, Callan for protection from burst, and then Lily May to block ultimates and do damage. And we're running Elder Bow spell. So yeah, that's those are the sets of teams that I have so far. I'm going to be doing some more ClashFront videos probably this week as I come up with more team ideas and whatnot, but hopefully you guys can find something to run from these sets of teams and be pretty successful for the beginning of ClashFronts. And I'll also be going over some more pay-to-win type teams and things like that later on in the week too, for people who are Vanguards and need more team ideas. So anyway, that's going to be about it for today, guys. Remember, I have a loot bar link down below, Discord link down there too, and if you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I really like brownness, yeah. It's yummy.